Hello and welcome to episode 31 of A Dose of
yelling?
Insanity. I
Why
am
did you-
yelling because I am GR3, and this is how I introduce every single podcast, joined by the quiet and very mellow Jamokin and Welshie. What's up, fellas?
Everybody's nice to see you.
Hello.
Did you just whisper in my ear?
Just whispering,
nice to
just
see
whispering
you.
hello to everybody. I figured I need to balance out with you real quick. Definitely.
Yeah, I tell you what, we have a extra special story time that is going to be told by Jamokin. He might have a little of just, I mean, it really just doesn't want to say this, but he's going to anyways. So he was telling me about this bachelor party that occurred to him one time, and what happens typically for guys on like bachelor parties? What's the usual thing?
I'd say at least the most common like symptom is getting shit faced. I'd say that's the most common symptom of most bachelor
but
parties.
what you always get shit faced, but what's the activity that everyone's like, oh, are you
What's
getting
the
one of
go-to-
these?
Oh yeah, no. Usually it's a stripper, right? Like that's
Okay.
That's the braggadocio tradition.
So Shamokin was in charge of this, getting a stripper, he was telling me.
Oh.
And it didn't go the way that was anticipated. So I'm gonna let him take over in this story. Tell us what happened.
So I was in charge for getting the stripper for the party, for my buddy's bachelor party. And so I went online and thought I looked up strippers. Turns out I didn't get a stripper. I confused it for a hooker.
Oh.
So, but I didn't know this at the time. We were all in assumption strippers coming. It's gonna be great, dude.
No,
Hold
the fuck on. You Googled hooker and you weren't put on some kind of. There was just a service you found.
yeah.
All right.
Which it would have been really bad if it was a sting operation. But anyways, find a hooker. She's in set up, pretty fucking expensive. Whatever. I don't know stripper rates for fucking showing up to places. Anywho, she shows up. She all right. She walks in and she's like, "Whoa, wow! There's a lot of you." All right, whatever.
All right.
She walks in and she goes over to the bedroom. She has a bag, whatever. She's throwing stuff in, whatever. And we're like, all right, like this is the dude, he's married. It's all excited. And she's like, all right. So she takes it to the bedroom. And then, which, we all thought was kind of weird. But anyways, 30 seconds later, he runs into the room. Like, what the fuck is this? She walks out and she doesn't understand what's going on. She's like, I'm here to like fuck you and suck your dick. I don't know if I can say that on the podcast.
Fine.
Anywho, we're too late. I already said it. She walks out. Then we all realize that she's a hooker. We're supposed to get a stripper. So anyways, I'm getting all the grief in the world for this. She's going to be a good sport. She's going to strip. All well and good. Problem solved. And then she wants the money. And she's like, I may have not sucked a dick, but I still want the money.
Charging your ass full price.
So it was an expensive stripper / hooker. There were those at the party that wanted to sleep with her. Not sure exactly why. It said no, I'm paying her. You don't get to.
That's mine.
That's mine.
There's somebody sleeping with her. It's
but-
me.
Anyways,
man.
when his wife at the time found out, she was not thrilled. She was mad at me. I can kind of understand why. I
don't get it. Like, she didn't do anything. She didn't suck his dick. Well, maybe she did. Like, at what point?
30 seconds?
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
Just saying. But
is the story of when I confused strippers and hookers. And yes, well, you can find hookers online. It's really, at least here.
I'm
in
just
my
amazed you don't
city,
get
it's pretty-
immediately put on a sting operation. Like that amazes me. That you're.
Can you just imagine though? Like,
I mean,
she's
maybe
like,
it was though. Like,
Ooh.
think about.
Oh.
Maybe it was, but since nothing illegal actually happened,
There's like
the cops were they could just be sitting in the FBI van out there. Like, I actually don't know.
Listen, it's like their
laughing
new
their ass
graduate
off,
Tammy
dude.
just does a strip tease for like 12 dudes. Yeah, that's what went down. And she just walks out there like,
can you
well,
imagine,
did they actually like do anything? No, but I got paid $500, so you know, shit's good.
She walks into this and sees all these people, and she's like, "Oh fuck, I need a Red Bull."
I was gonna say,
Dude, like, I'm surprised right off the bat she wasn't like, I'm gonna need more money for this. There's a lot of you.
Oh man.
But I was like, you know,
Man, you just talk about just not having a fucking clue. But like we're gonna get into it. And speaking of not having a clue, how the fuck are groups decided in like TI? Like I was reading on the Twitter sphere, and there's a guy who goes by Knoxville. And sorry, I'm still trying to think about this stripper thing for some reason.
where's
Hard to focus. Just fuck get fucked, you know.
oh my god.
So Knoxville puts out this post, and he says one of the purposes of DPC is supposed to be transparency, and is crucially in like how teams qualify for TI, quote unquote. So he's saying it's bizarre the fact that they've never actually released how the hell groups are actually decided. It may like I'm not gonna say I thought about this for a long ass time or anything along those lines, but I would be lying if it wasn't a thing where I looked at this and I'm like, wonder how the hell they do this. Don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's something where I kind of wonder in how familiar are you guys with Glico and Glico 2? Well, I think you were saying beforehand that you had some familiarity with it.
A little bit. It's kind of like a skill organizational system that was used in the chess and Go area, and I got interested in Go for a while. And it's a formulation of skill based on a bunch of different variables, if I'm remembering right.
So during this, they kind of broke it down, and I guess Knoxville was really, really interested. How the hell does this actually work? And he put it through Glico 2, and like he was saying, it's based on like a ranking. How were you guys doing at different points through the season? Things like that. You generate a rating, and then you apply into the groups based on this. And if you separated Group A, which was LGD, OG, RNG, Liquid, Bet Boom, Boom, EG, Sonics, Scam the Gladiators, and Corey, they came out to a specific number. And then Group B, which is, I'm not going to say all of them again because I don't want to, but the rest of the teams. And the average of those Glico 2 scores came out to 1859 and 1855, very, very close to each other. The difference, however, is what he was kind of pointing out is there's a bit of a spread between the top four in this 1945 and 1918. And I guess the real reason why I want to point this out is there's been discussion, and I'm a very big advocate for this in 82L of going to groups. And there's been a lot of people constantly say, well, how do you know that groups aren't going to be like really skewed one way and things like that? And like, honestly, you don't. Like, you're never going to know, right? Like, there's a little bit of a advantage based on the DPC season, how teams are doing. They can kind of take that. Okay, this team's done really well. This team has not. But like you look at like Group B, you had the first and second place team come out of it. And not only that, but the two teams that matched up in the upper bracket in the finals, and then the teams who once again met up in the grand finals, right? So you had Secret and Tundra in that. Thunder Awaken had a decent performance. I think Aster had a decent one. Like there was some good ones, but overall, like for the most part, it was fairly even. So, is this something? And my question to you guys: is this something that maybe like you use like an MMR ranking system or like a kind of adapt Glyco 2 in some form of maybe individual players and how they've done within like 82L? I don't know, but like make groups out of this and make it somewhat even. Is that even possible? Like, is that take too much time? Or is it just like, fuck it, like MMR is the best way to go?
Man, it's hard for me to say that anything besides MMR exists for each individual player to give that rep. The only thing that I could say is that if you have a history of high performance in the league, then that's the one thing that may eschew that. But even then, I think that it really does work out that the higher MMR teams are typically, when it comes to most of groups and most of those stages, the ones that perform the best. Am I inaccurate in saying that?
No, I think history is...
In most cases, yes. In cases like Kerchu not last season, but season 35, like Kerchu was one of the lowest ranked teams in Champions League, but they did exceptionally well.
I mean, yeah, for every rule, there's an exception.
Yeah, and there's always going to be exceptions. But for the most case, yeah, I would argue that the higher MMR ranked teams, like in Champions League, if you got Guardians and Crusaders, they're probably not going to compete very well against the like upper Archons and Legends, or even when Ancients come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate to say.
I think it'd be too much work to try and implement.
That's kind of the more I look at that, it's like the only way I can think of is like you submit MMRs, which probably most teams aren't going to want to do, and admin base. Like you have 3 admins, and every single team submits their MMRs. That's 5 times what we have, like 45 different teams, and actually more than that. Holy shit, like 90 something different teams in 82L. Like multiply that by 5, like you already have to go through all their Dota buffs.
But
I doubt you want to make sure that they all have fucking like MMR screenshots, and then you add all those like MMRs together. Maybe you give like a plus minus 25, 50, or 100 MMR if there's somebody who constantly is winning. Like that, it's difficult.
I'm thinking that you could run an algorithm for like matchmaking though to make matchmaking better off this. Like everybody could have like their secret score. So like you wouldn't want to put like 4 players that are doing super hot all on the same team for like, let's say a given week or whatever, 48 hours or, however many games, literally last 10 games. Like they're all just dominating and you throw them all on the same team and they just like stomp in this random pub. When you could go like 2-2 and the rest of the lobby's just doing fine.
Bro, that sounds like forced 50 to me.
I don't know what forced 50 is, Welsh.
You've never heard the term forced 50?
No, sir.
Oh, fair enough. You're not on the Reddit enough. There's a huge conspiracy theory that people like to. I mean, I think it's copium. I think it's just nothing but people coping with the fact that they're dog shit and they don't want to improve. But the concept that Dota is a game designed to keep people at a 50% win rate. So you play a game, do amazing, and then the next game you have an absolute dog shit team.
That's what matchmaking does. That is what matchmaking is.
They do that. They'll put players who have won a ton of games on with like those who have lost a whole bunch of games and try to even it out and things like that. Like they actually do that.
You get to where you belong once your win rate hits. Like matchmaking will eventually force you to a 50% win rate unless you were the best in the world. Like that's just over a long enough time. That's what matchmaking does.
Yeah,
it gets you to your rank, and then that's your rank
until you have some kind of improvement. Yeah,
or you improve. If you improve at the rate the rest of the community is improving, that will be your rank. That's where you will sit.
Yeah.
And that's a concept that has to be kind of remembered, right? Is that the community is always growing theoretically, right? Like you're not getting worse with every game you play.
Right, and that's one thing that pros have said too, is that like as time goes, I mean, it's a very different game in now than I want to say TI1. Like players are just better. Like they know more, they're researching more, they're figuring things out, and that's just a steady climb based on time. You're gonna find different ways to abuse the game and abuse different things.
Yeah, and that's true for like every, not just esports, but sports too.
Right, right, and everything.
Yeah, like fuck, but Babe Ruth wouldn't be shit today. That kind of thing.
Maybe, maybe not. Like it's also the thing if you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
Like,
Babe Ruth, terrible, awful. I know.
You pay
I
attention
know.
to baseball, you fucking Canadian? I don't think so.
Hey, they got the fucking Blue Jays and shit.
Yeah,
we the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
but
the
reason why
100% forgot the Blue Jays existed until you said that. Just saying.
The reason why I wanted to bring this up though is so we have the PSGS Invitational coming up, and we do have a group stage ourselves.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that's going to be, I would imagine, like one of the like few complaints that we'll have is, well, why did you do groups this way? I mean, we had last season, we had the MMR. Why did you have the highest MMR team playing against the lowest MMR team and didn't understand the concept of rankings? I imagine when we put everyone in groups, they're like, well, this group's stacked and this one. Well, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, but is there a fair way to decide this? You know what I mean?
You'll never please everybody.
Oh, never.
That's like.
But you get some funny content sometimes from it. Speaking of PSGS Invitational, we have some updates coming up soon. What's happening?
The direct invite application is scheduled to end on the 23rd. I believe at the end of the 20th. I think you have the whole day on the 23rd to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just for our podcast listeners, because I love you the most, all 7 of you, shout out admins. It's probably going to get pushed back because we don't know the DPC qualifier schedule yet, and so teams may be withholding application. So we will see. There's a chance it gets pushed back. But yeah, for right now, it's scheduled to end on the 23rd. So get them in.
Not going to disclose some of the teams though, but overall, how do you feel about the teams that have submitted their direct invite requests, and what do you think that means for our tournament?
The Dota is going to be a much higher caliber. I'll say that much. There are some amazing looking stacks that have applied to this point.
And there's also teams on both ends too, again, right? Like we do have some teams that are not necessarily just immortals. Like I believe there is a Archon player that is submitted their direct invite requests as well. Correct?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but we did have that nice spread.
Yeah, we do have people on either end of the spectrum for sure.
And regardless, if you make it into the group stage, like you're going to get a lot of games, which is awesome. Like one of the big complaints we had last season was not everyone's really played all that much, and that kind of sucks. But now you're going to get absolutely enough games for your money, and if you make it like through direct invite, you don't have to pay. So like you're definitely getting a lot of Dota and against like really good competition, and it should be a really, really good time both to play and to view. There's a great caster lineup as well. Do you feel like things are looking like this tournament's going to be better than the last one, worse, about the same? What are you thinking?
Everything's bigger this time.
Oh yeah.
So I think it has the spirit of the first tournament, but like we turn the dial up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's more games, there's more Dota. We have a ton of awesome casters scheduled for the group
higher
stage.
prize pool.
Higher prize pool for sure.
Yeah,
sitting at $500.
So if you want to view, if you want to really check it out of what's kind of could be considered tier 4 Dota.
No, not considered. It is tier 4 Dota.
It's going to be a phenomenal time.
Yeah. Get on the Wikipedia page.
But we have speaking of other like tier 4 type stuff, we're starting that time again where we are resuming tournaments, tier 3 and tier 4 tournaments, and a little bit of the tier 2 action. So BTS, if you don't know, Beyond the Summit Pro Series is starting. Some of this is really exciting for specific reasons. You have teams like TSM, Beast Coast, Nouns, Thunder Awaken, Hikari, Wildcard Gaming, Infamous, 5 Rat Force, The Cut, Dog Champ, Infinity. Like all these teams are well known, like Division 2, Division 3 type, or like tier 2 type. Oh my goodness, tier 2, tier 3 type teams, but some big names, right? And even some tier 1s with Beast Coast and TSM and Nouns and all that. So we have our rosters starting to come out. So we were talking about how like a couple of these players, like I believe Analog was on the free agency list, and we had Leo Style and Parker. So we get to see officially Beast Coast, K1, Dark Magos, Sacred, Gojira, Stinger. We know that one. We know Hikari of Lumiere, Analog, Vitality, Theolacor, Gardic, which, correct me if I'm wrong, that is the same exact roster from TI?
I think that is, yeah.
And then Wildcard Gaming is only showing their 3, 4, and 5, which is Alexo, Sammy Boy, and Davi Lama.
How are you able
but
to
Sammy
only,
Boy is a big 5.
How are you able to only register for a tournament with your 3, 4, and 5?
So they just haven't been released yet. I'm looking through Liquipedia, and in order for things to be on Liquipedia, it has to be like officially announced.
Fair enough.
So if they're not officially announced and they're not like official yet, then they're not going to be added.
Yeah.
But Infinity coming back out with Prada, Weege, Frank, Leo Style, and Parker. Real big South American roster. I'm kind of excited for that. Like that seems like I wouldn't put them up with like Beast Coast, what's going to be EG, Thunder Awaken. But I think they're going to be a very, very, very competitive SA roster. Yeah, I mean, some exciting teams. And the cool thing is I was kind of looking at it. It's very, very much phase similar to our PSGS Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
Group stage into a nice double elimination tournament. Should be a lot of fun. So it is going on now. So check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do we still have Jamokin with us?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, buddy. You know what time it is, buddy? Game time. Game time. Man.
Not Dark and Darker?
Middle. Oh, man, I wish.
I'd rather play Dark and Darker than Game Time.
Yes, I would rather play Dark and Darker over most things. But you still have to wait. We have, I think, a month.
Oh, no, less.
Waiting still? Maybe less.
No. They do. They do
get a stripper to fill out my Dark and Darker squad.
But it would be a hooker instead.
Well,
that was interesting
But-
because here's a funny thing: Dark and Darker's doing tournaments now. Like, do you guys read about that?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
I think that's so interesting because now everyone, for anybody who played Dark and Darker, I'm gonna just real quick. Everyone, you remember we were talking about that one account that was like it had like 500 kills or no, way more than that actually. What was the number?
Oh yeah.
Like we were talking about like people sharing accounts and shit.
There were over 1,000 kills.
Yeah, it was insane. And like now there's gonna be an actual tournament for it that's gonna be sponsored and some shit. And like I think it's
well, the cool thing is you're actually gonna get to see it. Like you're gonna actually get to see these like really, really cool like players and the ones who have like different things, kind of like Easter eggs within throughout the lobby, which will be neat. I'm excited for it. By the way, the next alpha playtest number 3 is going to be December 16th. through December 23rd.
See you in the dungeons, bitches.
Yeah,
Well,
buddy.
you were tied for first
With what?
on the leaderboard.
Oh yeah.
For Broken Bounty.
Yeah. Oh.
You were tied for first.
So yeah, real quick, by the way, if Welshie kills you in the dungeon, that's not me. Me and Jamokin, for some dumbass reason, decided to swap names in our official characters. So if you get shanked by some rogue named Welshie, don't blame me. Do not send me your hate mail.
Yeah, he's not that good.
I'm not. I'm dog shit.
Since you guys hijacked my game,
Yeah, I
we're
was gonna
going
say
back.
we hijacked game time, so let's go back.
Damn, dude. All right, so here's how this is going to be played. I want to know how well you guys know our little panel, I guess here. So,
oh no,
What the fuck?
we're going to see, like, you guys are going to obviously guess my stuff. I'm looking at all the information, so I don't get to guess. But I'm going to ask you guys specific things and about what we've played in competitive, in pubs, things like that.
So can I open Dota Buff? And
You are not allowed to open Dota Buff.
Oh,
Do not
God.
cheat. So it's going to be fun. So here's the first
hand
bit.
off the keyboard.
I'm going to, we'll kind of alternate when it comes to me who goes first. But when Welshie, you'll also be guessing Jamokin, and then Jamokin will be guessing Welshie.
This feels
And
like
after-
the fucking
after
newlywed
Master.
game, dude.
And then after you guys guess that, I want to see how much do you guys know about your own games. And we're going to see what you guys kind of know.
Oh no, dude! I
So-
don't know anything about me.
Well,
I don't know who I am.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
We'll start.
know
We'll
side
start
characters
with
alone.
me.
Oh, dude, I love this. This is the newlywed
Name
game.
my top 5 most played heroes of all time.
Oh fuck.
Go ahead, Welshie, since you said, "Oh fuck," you can
Okay,
go first
yeah,
on
yeah,
this.
yeah, I got you. I'm gonna start. Okay, so I know a couple obvious ones. I'm gonna say Phoenix. I'm gonna say Dark Willow. I'm gonna say, God fucking damn it. I'm gonna say Earth Spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna say Earth Spirit. I'm gonna say top 5. You said right, so I got 3.
Yep. So you got 2 more.
Um,
You were correct on all 3 of those.
Yeah, I know you're on the brew grind, but I don't think you've been on that much of a grind. I don't no clarification, so I can't ask any questions. I assume, but I'm going to keep going.
I won't jump in.
Yeah, go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, by all means.
Earthshaker.
Oh fuck yeah. And then oh dude, fuck me, Marana.
It's not Earthshaker. You guys are missing 1.
Missing 1. Is it the last one?
Morphling.
Is
Luna.
It
Drow.
has 174
Pudge.
matches that I have on this hero.
Can I ask? Is it a
Yeah.
pos 4?
It's a support.
Okay. Fuck you.
3.
I say that because I've played it 4 and 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Oracle.
No. Maybe.
No.
No. Yeah. What the fuck? What?
Morphling.
Yeah.
I played it 13 days ago.
So you played it recently.
You guys each
I
get
don't-
one more guess, and I'm just going to tell you.
Axe on a diaper. That's what I have no fucking idea.
Negatory, not Axe. Who?
Dazzle.
Nope, Disruptor, actually.
Damn.
Which surprises me, Walshy, because I used to spam the hero when we first started playing together.
You did. I'm proud of getting all 4 of the top ones, but it was all the ones
Yes.
that I remember you just fucking.
It goes
grinding.
Phoenix, Marana,
Yeah.
He's
Earth
literally
Spirit,
played with you on a team for
Dark
years.
Willow, Disruptor. All right. So, Welshie, you're going to get to guess again, but you get to pick Jamokin's top 5 most played heroes.
Oh, I have to guess his.
Yep.
Okay.
You get 5 guesses.
That's fine. Okay, so Juggernaut, Monkey King for some reason is fucking screaming to me.
This is great.
Fuck you, dude. Oh my god, Jamal, what the fuck do you play? I'm still good. So Juggernaut, Monkey
I
King.
probably
for
could have
some-
guessed 4 of these,
You're
by
good.
the way. There's no way I would have gotten one of them.
Juggernaut, Monkey King for some dumbass reason. I'm gonna say Drow. For the meme, I'm gonna say Omni Knight because I just pray to God for some reason you spammed Omni Knight carry.
He has been
Um,
spamming that recently.
Bro, fuck, what the fuck is
One
Gemma?
more guess.
Yeah, I know. We'll go because you picked shit to carry by yourself.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
Yeah,
Because I feel bad because you've only got one correct.
that's fine.
You two share this on your top.
Ursa. Oh my fucking god, I'm stupid. Yeah, you were spamming that.
Jamokin, what do you think your top 5 are?
Slark, Morphling, Ursa, probably Jug, and then Lifestealer. I might have to guess.
Yep, that's all 5.
Oh,
Slark,
you
Morphling, Ursa, Juggernaut, and Lifestealer.
Bitch.
Jamokin,
You
time
have to know
guess-
your top 5, dude. You
Time to
gotta know.
guess Welshie.
All right. How many guesses do I get?
You get 5. What has
Do I
been
have any
top
throwaway
5?
guess? Do I have any throwaway guesses?
Nope.
Fuck
Well, I
do you
did
mean
pretty much
throwaway
give you
guesses?
one.
I'm gonna go with Ursa.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna say, oh man, you know this is really tough because he's such a diverse, well-rounded player, very experienced in all the roles, that it really makes it difficult to narrow down like what section of the hero pool to look at.
All right, shit ass. It's not exactly like you were
so
playing 4, 5, and 3.
I'm going to go with Axe, Brewmaster,
2 more guesses.
Beastmaster, and what's a stupid offlaner that you'd play? I don't know. I'm gonna put Underlord, but I don't think that's right.
Oh, fun fact that you and many listeners may not know: Welshie originally was a position 5 player.
Yeah, I'm actually diverse as fuck. Surprisingly enough, on my tops, I remember this.
So it is Ursa, Brewmaster, Omni Knight, Axe, and Silencer.
And let me guess, the silencer isn't even support; it's mid lane.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go with the top 5 most played in comp. See if you guys together can get mine.
When you say comp, do you mean tournament or do you mean?
I mean in tournament.
Tournament.
Oh, your
Ticketed
esport.
games.
Zero
Ticketed
fucking
games.
chance Dark Willow's not on that list. Zero fucking chance you don't have Dark Willow.
Yeah,
And is
Dark Willow's
Mirana.
100%
And
wrong.
Mirana. Those have to be givens.
Yeah, because I remember Dark Willow Axe.
Yep, Dark Willow Axe, and then you remember he used to spam Mirana in our games. He used to get banned. Sorry, man, I'm like, he used to get banned at every single time we played.
You got my top 2. There's 3 more.
Yeah. Bro, is it not also Earth Spirit
Earth
again?
Spirit.
Yeah, is it not Earth Spirit just again? I'm gonna go with that
Keep
one.
guessing.
Um,
2 more guesses between you guys.
All right. What else did he play?
Did he pick Disruptor in your games at all? Do you know?
Well, it wouldn't be ours because no, he would have when he was playing POS 5 with us. So Disruptor could be there. Because it was back. It would be back when he was playing 5 and I was playing.
No, we're not. We're discussing. All right.
It would have
We're
been back when he was
discussing.
playing 5 and I was playing 4 with Noah or Naya.
Okay, well, let's think of the core when you were 3 and he was your 4, because that was a bulk of your seasons, if memory serves me right.
Then I mean the bulk of those were Willow, Mirana, Earth Spirit. Because he would roam. Like that was the big thing I remember is that like there was a timing where he would just leave. So it was like if it doesn't Willow was a little bit, but Earth Spirit and like Mirana, he had to leave.
Staying in lane's not fun.
Fuck, man. I would say, yeah, I'd say Disruptor is probably the next one if I had to guess.
What force does he play, dude?
I mean,
if they were banned, what would he pick? What would you pick him?
Oh my fucking god! No, I forgot about this. He had a massive win streak on Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, I didn't think you would get that one.
I remember hating it. You fucked off at like minute 2, but we won the games.
Almost 70% win rate on the hero.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, you got one more guess.
I got nothing.
I'm just gonna say use your brain from the last one.
Oh, fuck you. It's Phoenix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark Willow, Marana, Spirit Breaker, then's Grimstroke, and then Phoenix.
Oh, what?
We used to run a lot of Grimstrokes with you.
We
and,
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did Night Stalker.
And then the
Grimstroke, and
Bara we used to run a
we
lot.
did CK
with,
Grim. You remember that?
We did. We used to fuck with CK Grim. So Ben, guess Jamogans. Top 5.
In competitive?
Yeah, you should know probably at least 3, maybe 4 of these.
Jug.
There's no shot, dude.
Jug, Morphling. Yeah, there is no shot, dude. There is no shot. Jug, Morphling. Slark? No, you would not play. Dude, I'm legitimately like my brain's fucked trying to think this hard. My brain has not thought this hard in a long time. What the fuck?
Didn't you have some exam not too long ago?
No, I'm still studying for it. It's going great.
Oh, okay.
Clearly.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna shoot for those.
Come on, man. What would I pick? What would PSGS pick their carry?
You said Jug
Omni
Morphling.
Knight.
So
Oh my god, please tell me it's Omni Knight, because fuck you. And I'm just gonna go with
Did you say Slark or not?
I said Slark. I said Slark.
Okay, so you have one more guess.
I said Slark, Jug, Omni Knight. Who else did I say?
And Morphling.
And Morphling, and
Which one was on the top of your list? We shared.
Ursa. Holy fucking shit. Thank you. Wow.
So,
I'm sure.
Why do I forget Ursa exists, dude?
So Jamokin, to give you a heads up, he got Juggernaut correct, Slark correct.
Yep.
And that's it. So, what are the other 3
Really?
that you missed?
I'd like to say that I'm disappointed that the PSGS signature strat of Omni Knight carry is not on the top of your list.
He only ran it like 4 or 5 times in playoffs. Like
That's
the only
a
time they
lot.
ran that was in playoffs.
Fair enough.
And then it started getting banned, and like it wasn't.
It did start getting.
Yeah, like
Actually,
there's no chance you ran it more than 5.
I did pick Omni on first phase Omnis when I stood in for them. We first phased Omni, and I ran it carry. I know it's gonna be Jug, Lifestealer, and Slark. Like I just from drafting, I know it's those. But then I feel like
the funny thing is, you were the drafter. Like you should know this. What have you picked yourself a lot? By the way, you played Omni Knight 5 times.
Jug, Lifestealer, Slark, and then I just feel like it's not gonna be Omni because we've only played him a few times. It's not gonna be Abaddon because we played him, I think, fewer than that. It could be Troll because I did have a lot of success with that hero in competitive. We sparingly picked him, but my pub win rate was awful. But I feel like my comp win rate was really good on that hero. We won almost every game we picked Troll in.
Okay, one more guess.
What lanes well? What I'm thinking is what lanes well with a Lich and Grimstroke as a carry, and I think Jug and I think Gyro. And
Is Gyro your last guess?
I'm gonna go with Gyro.
Juggernaut, Lifestealer, Slark, Troll, and Gyro.
I forgot
let's go,
he used to
baby.
play a shit ton of Troll.
I used to love Gyro carry, dude.
If you can't get this, Shamokin, then I don't know, dude. Like, we have talked about Welsh's most played heroes. I don't even know how many times on this podcast, but give your 5 heroes for Welshi.
Again, like he's a very diverse.
Well, you've only played 3 in competitive.
That's true. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Axe. Is Axe correct?
That
For a bonus, yes, but for a bonus point, I'll give you within 5 matches. Can you guess how many matches that he's played Axe? Because it's astronomically higher than everything else.
Is it really?
By how many matches he's played more of Axe than his next most?
No. Just how many total matches has he played?
Oh god.
Because like I look at you, like you've played Juggernaut 33 times or 30 times. I've played Dark Willow 20.
So see, the thing is he might have an obscenely high ban rate because if they didn't ban it in the first phase, you would have picked it. And so I feel like teams that have banned it a lot. But I'm gonna also assume that teams are bad and that Ben's played more than I have. So if I've played Jug around 30 times and he's played more seasons than I, probably around what, 55, 60 games?
52 matches he's played on
In competitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess Brewmaster's the next because that's just what makes sense.
Also,
to me.
more matches on that hero than any of us for our mode. He's had 88 matches on Axe and Brew combined.
So he has 36 Brew games then.
Yes.
If he has 52 Axe games.
Good math.
Okay.
All right.
Pog.
What's the next 3?
Underlord. He's a dirty Underlord player.
Fuck you.
You are Night Stalker. He loved his Night Stalker. I really remember that.
I think my win rate's
And
really high
then
on
this
that.
last one's a toss-up. I know you said you liked picking Mirana, and if I think of a classic Mirana combo, it's gonna stun into Arrow. And I think Sand King's a classic for that. But I also feel like Ben loves winning lane. And Sand King can do that, but I think a hero that almost always wins his fucking lane is going to be Centaur.
Oh, which one? Centaur
Ben
or
just
Sand
likes
King?
trading and getting hit.
Centaur or Sand King?
Oh, but he did bring up CK. Do I have a lifeline? Should I call a friend?
You gonna call Welshie?
Yeah.
All right, I'll allow it. Welshie, what's your 5th?
What's your 5th option?
Are you being serious?
Yeah,
I'm
being
calling
serious.
it
It's my
lifeline.
game. I make the rules.
Dude, memory serves if it's those 3, there's no, like, I played Centaur 3 times in a final. Like, Centaur was the safety pick.
So it's
Centaur
Centaur? Okay, we're going
everything
Centaur.
else got banned, it was Centaur.
You got it in order. Axe, Brew, Underlord, Night Stalker, Centaur.
Fuck you.
Really?
God damn
I
it.
kind of thought he'd have more Night Stalker games than Underlord games.
21 Night Stalker games, 22 Underlord games. There was a time where the old Pit Lord Ags, it was right around the same time that I was running Bara. So we would charge a lane, group everybody, and then he would ult on top of me charging. I would connect the charge, and our whole fucking team would be on their carry.
And then every
I
time,
remember
I
you
don't care
telling
how
me
much
about
trouble
this.
I get in, I'd all chat. Beep, beep.
All right. Highest win rate heroes in comp. At least 5 games. You guys have to guess 3 of them.
What?
Like you get 3 guesses. That's it.
Fuck off.
As long as you're on it. Like, but I've got.
So
the
we have
top
to guess
5.
the top. Hold on.
My highest win rate heroes in comp, at least 5 matches.
And how many guesses do we get?
3. It's hard, so I'll just say.
And do we have to guess your most played? Or highest win rate of the 5 games?
Highest win rate, at least 5.
It's just the top. I just have the top 5 highest win rate, at least 5 matches. So try to guess 3 of them.
We're starting with you.
For me.
Oh, dude, I know for a fact, like, you stopped playing Mirana when you were on top. I'm almost certain that you have your Mirana is like a dumb win rate. I'm
Mirana is
certain.
one of them. It's a 71% win rate.
Okay. Shit. Fuck. I don't think it's Phoenix. I think. Gemma, help me out here, bro. Come on. What does he not lose on?
Well, how'd that Bara strat work?
It worked really well. Like his Bara, I said that actually. We had a really good time with Bara, and he drafted it a lot because it was working, which is understandable as a drafter. But I fucking hated it. Man was he leeched lane and then left, and then he fucking did a lot of shit almost across the map, just not in my lane. I would say that. I'd say Bara. I'd say Bara is another one.
Bara's another one. Guess one more. My top one you'll never guess.
We'll never guess.
I also give you a hint. It's 100% win rate on this hero, my top one.
What?
7 matches.
Okay, you played it 7 times. You've never lost. So it's not Dark Willow. It's
Is it just a support, or is there a position you played it in?
Did you not play it support?
No, I played a support. It was
Okay.
It was.
It's 100% win rate.
100% win rate. Never lost on it.
Hmm.
I'll give you another hint. It was played in one of the first 2 seasons that we played.
That's when you played all
When we
7
were-
games. You played it once.
No, like one of the first 2 seasons was when I was playing this hero.
And we played
Oh,
you in the
maybe 12.
second season, right?
You guys played us in the first.
First 2 seasons. No, you know what that helps out? You know what that actually does help with is that we played with Noah in our first season, and Noah was the 4. So this would be a 5.
Is it Tree? Could it be Tree?
It could be
No,
Tree.
Noah played Tree.
He did,
Noah play
but
Tree?
you could play at 5. No, Noah would spam it though in the season, so there's no way it would go to Greco.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
Noah.
no, I couldn't. Yeah.
Is it the Disruptor? Could
Is that
be.
your guys' guess?
You said we never guess it though.
Yeah, it's weird that you're trying to guess this one. I don't think you guys are going to get.
All right, then just shot in the fucking dark, something that you would never pick. I'm just gonna say fucking Lion because you never pick Lion. That's my official.
It has to have at least 5 games.
Fuck me, I don't know your unusual ones. We've been playing for a
Dude,
lot.
come on, Ben. He's
One
like
of
your
my
brother.
highest win rate heroes. Think back to all of our matches together.
Dazzled.
Why am I getting the fucking 3rd degree on this
What?
shit?
Because you
What do
should
you-
know. I've laned with you for like 90, or probably like 70.
This is 7 games of the like 300 we've played.
You picked 2 of my top 5. You just have to guess one of the other top 3.
What the fuck do you mean?
You don't have to guess the top 1. You can pick, try to guess something else.
We're trying.
I'll give you another hint. If it fucking wins, I'm gonna pick it. So think about it.
You know, you played Elder a shit ton. No, was your Elder that good? No, you know what? I'm guessing Oracle. I'm going Oracle. I think your Oracle was always stupid.
Final guess for you guys, Oracle?
That's
Nah, I mean,
mine.
fuck it.
What do you think, Jimmo?
No opinion.
All right. Oracle.
Elder Titan was one of them.
Was a what?
He was one of
Was
my
one of his most
top
picked.
5. Not
Yeah,
most picked, highest
Yeah,
winner
highest.
was Elder Titan.
Fuck.
Dark Willow was another one, which I thought you guys were going to get.
Dark Willow was
then-
another one.
My 100% win rate hero was Lich. Yeah.
That fucking gimp.
All right.
Hero. All right.
Jamokin. Oh, these are good. Fuck. Your win rates are good.
Yeah, we won.
So go ahead and pick Welshie. We only got 2 more, so try to make this one a little bit quick so we can get on to our other stuff. Because
All
You know
right.
what? I don't give a shit about the rest of the podcast. I'm having fun playing the game.
sounds good.
I'm
Take
enjoying
as long
this.
as you want,
Welshie.
This legitimately feels like the
Three
fucking
of his
Newlywed
top
game.
5 highest win rate heroes.
This legitimately feels like the Newlywed game. I'm still going to shoot my shot and say the Jug's on that list. I'm going to say Lifestealer because I remember that, I just remember that being a broken hero for a while, and I think that he should.
I'm gonna just say this real quickly because I appreciate this. Jamokin had a 90.91% win rate on Lifestealer copy.
Yes, sir.
How many games do you have played on it?
11, which means he only lost on it once.
Shit.
I know. I remember it too. It stung. I remember that. Oh, it stung.
All right, you got one more guess, Walshy.
It's been on every list. I'm putting Omni Knight on it.
Omni Knight's one of them with an 80% win rate. He only lost once on it.
I fucking
however,
knew it.
what
That's
was
why
the
the
first-
people were banning it, dude. They didn't know how to play against
Juggernaut is not one of them.
Fuck.
It's Lifestealer, Troll, Sven, Omni Knight,
Really?
and Gyro.
You play Sven?
He did for 6 games.
No, Fair enough.
All right, Welshie. You actually have two 100% win rates, but they're not. They are not more than 5 games.
Probably
So-
Brewmaster.
It better be. If Brewmaster's
That's
not on
one
that
of
list,
them.
I'm gonna.
It better be.
That-
I
that's
think it's. Brew Nightstalker have to be there, dude.
They both are.
Because Nightstalker was impossible to handle when you guys were picking it. And
71.43%.
Brewmaster, Welshie was just like at his caliber. He played above and beyond.
There
So-
was a time where I was
72.22% win rate on that.
Which one's higher?
On Brewmaster. Brewmaster's higher, and then is Night Stalker.
Thank
Those are
fucking
his top.
God.
Those are his top 2 highest win rates.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm true to myself. Highest win rate Brewmaster and like one of the most played.
And then for my last guess, I'm gonna just Underlord.
That is also one of them. So his top ones are Brew, Night Stalker, Sand King,
Really?
Underlord, and Centaur.
Sand King?
Sand King was
Sand
one of those
King?
ones I was always hesitant to pick because he was really, no offense, really shitty with alting. You
You're
wasted
fine.
so many alts, it was ridiculous.
You're fine.
And
But-
that's when you could cancel it too.
But
And it would
yes,
fuck it.
yes, he would not cancel it. Like you could cancel it as Sand King. It wouldn't fuck up the alt, but he would still let it go. But we just playing off his blink stun, we were so successful. So sometimes it didn't matter.
All that time we spent talking about Welshie, I'm impressed.
And but Lycan, you have 100% win rate
I played Lycan.
twice.
In a comp game?
Twice.
Was it an in-house?
I have no idea. It might have been an in-house league. I have no idea. It's just any ticketed shit.
And
Legion-
yeah.
Legion,
competitive
you
is-
have 2.
So in-houses were ticketed.
Yeah, in our in-house league.
I remember one game I played as Lycan where it was like a 10-minute game. So yeah, I do remember that.
And then Snapfire also is on that list for only 3 games.
Snapfire?
We used to run Snap 3.
Oh, dude, that was still to this day my favorite strategy was Snapfire 3 with a Medusa. Oh,
Medusa mid, a position 1 Mars, an Io, and then we had a Willow.
oh yeah, and I'd mortar fire in the Mars, and the Io would warp the Medusa right where the Mars
Medusa
was.
in,
Oh,
yeah.
what a great strategy.
It was very good. All right, so this is only one. You get one. I'll give you 3 guesses, but you're just gonna pick one.
Okay.
Highest KDA hero in comp in at least 5 games.
Highest KDA
Yep.
for
High
you?
hero in comp.
Oh no, it's Mirana. I'm
For me.
still saying it's Mirana. Like
Mirana.
Final
It's
answer,
Mirana?
it's Mirana.
Jamoke,
Yeah,
what
I
do you
think-
think?
I think it's Elder Titan.
So it is Murano with a 6.87 KDA.
I knew your Mirana was dumb on stats. I always knew that it was.
Yeah. I think I played it 3 of the first 4 games one season, and I was at like a fucking like 28 KDA or some shit.
And you like never saw it again. Like it was like a brewmaster for you. It was like everybody first
picked
picked
it
Bandit.
17 times because
Yeah.
we used to first phase Murana Bane all the time.
Mirana Bane or Mirana Axe.
Jamokin. Well, what do you think Jamokin's is?
His highest KDA.
You have 3 guesses.
I don't think it's Omni this time. For some reason
I'll give you a hint. If it's a high KDA, most likely it was wins too, so it's probably on that same list.
So if you're thinking in those terms, I feel like it has to be Troll. I just remember him murdering shit with Troll.
It is not Troll. Take another guess.
Ursa has to be.
Not Ursa. Take another guess.
God fucking damn it.
That's the one.
I think I know who it is.
Is it Lifestealer?
Not Lifestealer. Jamokin, who is it?
I think it's Sven because
It is Sven.
I remember getting
What?
double rampages on that hero.
8.69 KDA.
Fuck me.
Jamokin.
We
pick
rarely
Welsh's.
picked it, but I remember getting double rampages. I feel like Brewmaster. That hero doesn't die, and it
Nope.
gets all the assists.
Not Brewmaster.
This is another one of those at least 5s, right?
At least 5 games.
Okay. Because that surprises
on his
me.
most-
I would have said.
Is it on his highest win rate heroes?
Maybe.
Is it on that list? No, you're not going to tell me that way. Shit.
It's hard. It's hard to tell you because
Mhm.
he plays so few in a row. At least I've picked him over the years.
Night Stalker?
It is Night Stalker with a 4.89 KDA.
Man,
Wait,
And then
that sounds
what's
low.
his KDA?
4.89 KDA.
What was mine?
8.69.
Fuck you.
And what was yours?
6.87. So once again, my favorite thing to say after most games, higher KDA than Ben.
Every fucking game. Every fucking game. This man,
I have a higher career KDA than Ben.
I go fucking 17-2 in a game. He goes fucking
Okay.
8-1, and it's better than mine.
I'm going to DM our game master a question.
Oh, okay.
What is
I want
this
you to ask.
behind
I don't
the back
know. Okay,
shit?
hold on. I don't know the answer to this question.
I'm still waiting for this DM. For who?
All three of us.
Oh, you want to do that one? Okay. I'll look it up after we're done. I'll just write it down.
Oh, God.
right.
I don't even know mine. So let's guess.
Oh, I thought
me and Ben-
thought you had our pictures.
That's good. We can all do
I
a.
don't. I did that. I
Okay,
did
then
this
we can all
earlier.
guess. Okay, the question
So
is you go.
total
Yes.
ticketed matches played.
What?
So how many total ticketed matches have we played?
Just a shot at the number?
So let's do mine first because that's what we've been doing.
Okay.
So I'll guess now and then I'll look it up and then we'll see. So if I'm guessing for myself,
Okay, well wait. How many
yeah, let's do you guys.
games
first.
how many games are in a season?
I
Roughly.
have no idea.
I mean, that
Well,
varies.
we can help figure it out because
Well, we don't have
otherwise
to. Just take a quick guess. It's more fun. Ben, guess for me.
You?
Yep.
I'm
Because
gonna
I've
say-
played 2 more seasons than you.
I'm gonna say
No,
250.
one more season.
I'm gonna say 250 for you.
250?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 235.
Don't you prices right, my ass?
Ah, fuck.
That's
dude.
I feel like it's around 235. I didn't say 249.
I'm guessing 168. Like I don't think I've played that many
All right.
ticketed games.
I feel that'd be closer to me because I think I have the least amount of games, so I'm probably around like 150.
So
And
we'll
you
do
play more
Jamokin
seasons.
next. I'm gonna guess for Jamokin. I'm gonna guess 98.
Oh, I think it's more than 100.
What do you think, Jamokin? Actually, let's do Ben first. We'll just do.
I'll
whoever's it
do
is
I'll
for
do
last.
125 for Jamokin.
Jamokin,
I'm gonna go around 150.
150, and then Welshie. I am gonna go with one. I'm gonna go 148.
225.
I'm gonna go 160. Our 82L/whatever experience. All our
160,
ticketed
you said? So you think I've played 90 more ticketed matches than you?
Or remember as well, you also said that ticketing, what is it? Ticketing is also the in-houses.
Oh yeah, and then stand-ins and shit. And, I've
And then
stood in
also
for teams
stand-ins for
more.
everything, yeah. Which you've done a
Alright.
good amount of stand-ins,
Okay,
and
then,
you were
then
in
I'm gonna
every
say
single...
250. I'm gonna say
Too late.
215 for Welshie.
Too late. So for me, total number. Oh, I'm gonna have to add this up. What? Is there not a way to actually view this unless I don't count?
No, there definitely is.
Oh,
How?
I found mine. So go to your
Oh,
go to the
it's
Dota
just
buff.
matches. I shouldn't go
Yep.
to heroes, right?
Go
I
to
should just
Dota. Go to your Dota
matches?
Buff. Are you in your Dota Buff profile?
Yeah.
So go to your Dota Buff profile. Like you have your esports one up, right?
no,
Summary on the
I'm
right.
way off.
Summary on
Oh
the
no,
right.
yeah. So I just go to matches and then.
You don't
On
even
the
have to do.
overview.
You don't
Okay,
even
I
have
got
to
it,
do
I got
that.
it, I got
I
it.
found mine.
So for me, I have 212.
Really?
Yes.
You're closer than I thought.
And then
Who was the closest guest on that?
would be you, Jamokin.
You fucker. You fucking Price is Right, motherfucker.
And then for
Lushy, Lushy.
Jamokin,
Lushy.
Jamokin has 167,
Wow.
which
Holy
is
fuck!
also
Didn't you guess that?
with nope. I guessed 98. You guessed 150.
Oh.
So you were the closest.
I remember you
So
saying like
again,
168.
What did I say for Jamokin?
125.
Yeah.
Shit, yo, I'm winning. Let's go.
Then for Ben is
It is 202.
202.
Yeah, we are way closer than I thought, Greco.
Yeah. So, which real breadwinner? Oh, 42 different. Yeah, no, Jamokin won all three.
Yes.
So good for him. Anyways, let's move on because we've talked about this for a bit.
Time is fun.
Play the newlywed
Well,
couple with your friends, guys. It's actually a lot of fun. I
Yes,
enjoyed
it
that.
is. It was actually a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. If you have friends,
Do
I'm gonna
we
assume you
continue
don't.
on? We're at about an hour right now. Do we
You
continue
know
on?
what? I think.
Do we
I
want to
think
extend this?
I want to.
I'm fine with it.
All right.
You know,
Then let's talk.
if you're driving, they need background noise.
New patch. The new patch is coming out. It's inevitably coming out soon. I don't know if we have a date yet.
Okay, so for anyone who's not aware, we have a doc that we look at for a couple of things, and I just want to say you completely misspelled the word inevitable, by the way. Holy shit, that is the worst spelling I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah, dude. Thanks for calling them out in front of the whole podcast.
You're goddamn
Since we're calling
right.
people out, let's talk about how we're a whole week behind release.
Hey, look at the time.
Yeah.
All right, boys, time to end podcast. Good talking to y'all. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
Grief.
Fair.
So the new patch is inevitably coming out. Okay. What do we want to see? So the first thing I'm just going to bring up is Seb on Twitter. I believe today, if you guys don't know, is November 20th. So we'll see when this is released then. Seb stated on Twitter that he wants to see Wraith Pact removed, and he says he would rather have Necrobook back. Is Wraith Pact one of the most broken items ever? I'm going to go out on a limb, and probably not on a limb, but my personal opinion, this shit's more busted than anything that they've ever removed in Dota, hands down, not even close.
The question is it another Necrobook? Like, is it another item that it's either so useless that nobody builds it, or it's everyone's building the item?
Wraith Pact, since it's been released, has been ridiculously built. And especially as of recently, especially through TI. And I will tell you right now, if you guys want to grind MMR, I don't care what hero you're playing, maybe with the exception of if you're running 3 through 5, if there's not a Wraith Pact on your team, build it, and then you win. That item needs to be in every single game. It reduces too much damage. It's the sole reason, in my opinion, that Tidehunter is a hero. It's too good.
I felt this way about Spirit Vessel in past patches. So the thing about Necrobook is it needed specific heroes that would build Necrobook. And so it was broken, but for select few heroes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
Where Wraith Pact, I don't know if this is more broken or less broken. Where Wraith Pact, you just need one on the team. It doesn't really matter which of your heroes. Any hero can almost buy it.
Does that make it more broken?
Make it more broken, but then it increases the. It just means that both teams can always build it.
I get.
So then there's one on each team.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So then they're like. Where before Necrobook, if you didn't have a hero that built Necrobook, you were literally just going to lose to the team that built it.
Okay.
With the team that had a hero
others are playing off lane and rushing fucking Wraith Pact.
See, okay, but here's the thing.
Heroes that usually don't build the fucking item are building it.
I think Wraith Pact is a more broken item. Don't get me wrong. I think flat damage reduction like that in AoE is just ridiculous. That shouldn't be a thing.
With a small hitbox and really fucking hard to see and really hard to fucking get to.
Yeah, it takes multiple hits to kill.
But I feel like both teams get them and then they kind of cancel each other out. Whereas if they had a hero that built Necrobook and we didn't, even if one of us built Necrobook, didn't have the
Yeah,
same
it's a
instinct. It was
nuclear-
straight
it's a
running.
nuclear arms race, but it's right back.
The way that I view it is when there's a single item that dictates an entire role's like top heroes, and it's the only reason. That's when I say this item is busted. And when you don't, you're immediately thinking, okay, how the fuck do we get this item built? Who, like, we're drafting because this item needs to be built on somebody, which is very evident. Like, if you look at your top fucking, like, offlane heroes, are fucking, like, Brood, Brewmasters, Tide Hunters, Visage, Lycans, like, these are the top heroes being, like, most successful heroes right now in the offlane. Not a single one of them doesn't build Wraith Pack. It's a huge drop off when you play like Axe, who doesn't ever want to build it. Like your standard offlane, like even fucking Centaur, who I think has a place in the meta, but isn't even near that list because it doesn't build Wraith Pack. Like you have to have the item, and if you don't pick heroes that naturally like the item, you lose. That's the way that I view it. Not only that, but like you look at probably the most broken, and I shouldn't say the most broken, but one of the most contested heroes, especially through the main event, was Leshrac. How do you break the Leshrac? Well, rush a fucking Wraith Pact. Like that's how
we
you do
found
it.
the answer.
You know what I
Go
mean?
Wraith Pact, Pipe, Mage Slayer, and that's how you beat them.
And like when the main thing starts with one item of how you literally just make heroes unable to play, like it's ridiculous. Like I don't know if you guys have played Tide at all recently, but you literally build Wraith Pact, first item, you walk at objectives, you can't die. You literally just okay, next objective, you take it. Next objective, just fucking move it. Like and you take everything, you win the game in fucking 24 minutes because you're playing Tide and you build Wraith Pact. That's it. That like too broken. Like I don't want to see it removed because I like the concept of the item and I think it makes Vlad's like that much better. But like I think that they need to figure out something that needs to like this item clearly needs to be addressed in some form. And I wouldn't be upset if they just removed the item altogether.
Until they can at least fix it.
Yeah, until you can fix it.
I want it going.
I mean, or make it a tier 5 neutral.
It's gonna fall into it's either good or it's not. So it's gonna fall into the Necrobook problem, and then it'll be removed in a year and a half from now, and we're just all gonna say, well, why didn't we just get rid of it in the first place?
I think the
Sure.
Necrobook problem touches on something that Greco said, which is that it wasn't just the Necrobook, the item itself was a problem. It's that there were heroes that you built it on that very specifically, if you had a Necrobook builder, you were great. If you didn't have a Necrobook builder, you were.
I think Necrobook falls into the same category as Wraith Pack once you start like having like Arc Wardens and Mid Dazzles just building it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had Arc Wardens.
Right? Like the item did too much as well. Like it revealed fucking like invis units. Like it did a fuck ton of burst damage.
Killing
You
it
could
would
look for
kill you.
you could
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like killing it kills you.
Purge. Yeah, it gave.
Purge
And if you don't
slows-
kill it, it's killing you.
It was
So,
kind
yeah.
of it was kind of a gem because you just got free D ward with the melee
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So yeah, to me it falls into the same category. Like get rid of it.
Except your team could have multiples of them.
Marcy needs to be fucking figured the
Gone.
fuck out. You know what? Yeah, just you remove it with
I-
fucking Wraith Pact.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Gone,
I hate
Marcy gone.
Yeah, Marcy I think is a problem, but if I'm honest with you, I hate Naga. I'm so tired of Nagas in games.
Yeah, but Naga is specifically a patch hero.
Yeah,
And
so
it
fix
always has been.
Yeah, so
like
fix
it
it with
was
the patch.
out of the meta for so long. Yeah, well you can fix it with the patch.
Well, we're talking about the new patch, so we can fix
Yeah.
it without having to remove Naga.
But remove Marcy or
Are we-
fucking change the abilities. Because
Okay, is this what we want to see from the patch, or is this what we want removed from Dota? Like, what are we doing?
Both.
Nobody wants
In
Naga
that
removed.
patch, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I think Marcy's a bigger hindrance to the game than fucking old techies.
Jesus, you're no.
Brother, this hero was picked like 99% of games or banned. Like was contested
Yeah.
99% of games. Like it and it's not the like damage numbers or like the
No,
stun
it's like we said
durations.
from the start.
It's the fucking kit that's the problem.
The numbers could be 0. Like we've said the whole time, numbers
Mhm.
could be 0. It doesn't matter. The hero does too much. Like the kid's just busted.
It's stupid. The hero's ridiculous. Anything else? You spoke about Naga, and like Naga needs to be adjusted, I think, a little bit, not too much, because that's one of those heroes like OD in my opinion.
Change
It's either
Bloodstone.
really fucking good. Oh god, Bloodstone, I forgot. Bloodstone needs
Only
to not be a,
Leshrac buys that fucking
yeah, it
item.
needs to not be a one hero item. It needs to not be stupid busted on that one hero.
Like it's just so obnoxious.
Like you
And
can
then if we remove Wraith Pact, we remove the ability to deal with that item.
yes, yeah, that's
Rework
true.
Bloodstone. I think it's a fun item. There's ways to do it. I know they've struggled with it, but I think there is an answer to that question specifically. Like, I don't think it exploits some kind of weakness in Dota. I just think it just has to be figured out properly. Whereas like Wraith
Crimson
Pact and
Guard,
Necrobook-
please bring it back.
Yo, where's that item been?
In the dumpster, quite
Yeah,
literally in the dumpster.
literally in the dumpster.
You know how
Just
bad it feels in a
non-existent.
pub when you see your offlaner has a Crimson Guard and you're like, whoa, where'd you find that?
Yeah, like
We
you just know
fucking
you're gonna
lost,
lose,
dude.
Yeah,
like
like,
you
why'd
haven't played
waste your
Dota in a
money on
while,
that
sir.
shit? Like you build a Vanguard. If you're building the Vanguard up, it is 100% going into Abyssal. Like
Yep.
it
I mean,
is
it's-
not. I mean, you're an axe player, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
no,
you
you're
know
right.
Vanguard.
I'd never build Crimson. I would
Are
build
you-
Abyssal 100% of the time. I
Yeah,
would say
or Centaur.
Yeah, exactly. No, never. Well, Centaur a little bit dependent, but currently,
It's extra
why would you
stun.
ever build? Yeah, why would you ever build a Wraith Pact when you can? Sorry, why would you ever build Crimson Guard when you could just get Wraith Pact? Like, why would you?
What? You mean Abyssal?
No, the Abyssal, yeah, but I'm saying like I could take the money and build Crimson Guard, which is only good in the early game, or I could just build a Wraith Pact that's
Oh
good
yeah,
all the
no,
time.
you're right. Literally,
Especially because if we're being real, right? Like the step up from Vlad's to Wraith Pact is a massive step, obviously, and it's not that expensive, right? You need a point booster and a recipe. It's
Yeah.
really not a big deal.
1800, I think.
Yeah, which that is the best
No.
2K gold you can
No,
spend
no,
in
no,
Dota.
1400.
That is the best 1500 gold you can spend in Dota. Like the best gold you can spend.
So we've talked about what is good, but what's not so good.
Crimson Guard.
Obviously, Crimson Guard is something that's not so good. But
Crimson
like,
Guard pipe is underwhelming.
what heroes? Do you think
Heroes that are underwhelming. Oh god, you just go to the bottom of the fucking thing. Like,
Yep. I'd like to say real quick,
Terrorblind
I know the
for one.
fix for the pipe. Pipe is way too expensive in my mind. To go from Hood of Defiance
Yeah.
to pipe is
Yeah.
way too
Or the
expensive.
recipes.
it's like GG boots, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just fucking
Yeah, like why?
no one builds it.
It's only because pipe is a good item, but it's a shit ton of money, and it's a lot of commitment for that item.
Support wise, I'm not upset with the current meta. In all honesty, like I think it's fun. I would like to see Phoenix get a little bit more. Elder Titans is a hero that I wish would come back a little bit, just because I like playing it. But I mean, offlane is the real problem to me, right? Like, it just feels like if you're not one of these specific like Visage, Brood, Beastmaster, like Zoo, it's a Zoo meta again, right?
We back
In a
there
way.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dimas.
I mean, but like the biggest thing is like the skill ceiling are the top heroes in the meta right now. Visage, Brood, Lash, Naga, Beastmaster, and Morphling. Like these are the ones. They're so hard to play.
Yeah.
Which is really good for pubs in the lower end. But like if you want to like abuse like the strong heroes and stuff, like or have a chance to really win and like play the meta, not a lot can do it. And the big thing where it hurts you is I'm not a Brood player, but Brood is ridiculous right now. So I'm going to try to play Brood in the pubs and just lose because you have no micro ability. You know what I mean?
For years, I've been saying if you can actually play Visage properly, you'll just win. Like you'll just go up and up. Like he's just one of those heroes he'll just win. It didn't matter how good he was in the patch. Visage was just one of those heroes. If you were good at Visage, you'd win. You'd go up and up.
No, I agree with you. What else was there? You know who actually like I actually feel bad for, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing this in yours, but I've been seeing it. They released an Arcana for Razor, and immediately, but before doing that, like, hey, there's a Arcana for Razor. They announced, and then, oh, by the way, he's going in the dumpster.
Oh yeah.
Razor has been felt terrible recently.
I never.
But that's
am
better
upset
than them
with that hero
making
being
the Arcana heroes super good to try and sell Arcanas.
Yeah.
Like, at least it doesn't look like they're selling out.
Yeah.
Like, Razor's one of
sake of
those
the
heroes I never feel bad about not being in the meta though.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I
fuck
just,
that
it's
hero.
it's never
He's
fun.
not
Like
fun
I
to lane against. He's not fun to play against.
He's not fun
like
to play.
think about the last two offlane metas, right? The last two offlane metas has been the Z meta that is right now, which no one fucking likes playing against, and then the fucking the anti like tricore, like the tricore anti carry meta.
Yeah,
Fucking
like
gag.
fuck,
it's been
like
a shitty time for carries, guys.
it has been a terrible time for carries, and like you can't lane. Like none of these, like you can never lane. And I'm saying this as a position four.
I mean-
like I enjoy it, but like I love where the position four meta is at. Like I honestly.
For the
Link
carry, we're
initiators-
playing Slark because we either have to win that lane and sit in that lane for as long as we can, or the game just feels like ass. You're gonna be like Naga Siren splitting the map.
We're putting so much on the other players. Like I don't know very many carry players who are actually gaining MMR right now.
It's
Like I actually know carry players that are going to play off lane because it's so shitty right now to play carry.
carry's been in our spot. I missed the where we played like Luna, Svens, like these hyper farmers that were good farming. That was a fun patch for carry. You run around with like 4 items at like 26 minutes.
Yeah.
One other thing I wanted to touch on is map changes.
Yeah.
What map changes would you guys like to see?
Initially I was thinking they need to, I mean they're going to like change around some trees and locations of camps and things like that. But we noticed in the regional qualifiers there was a massive issue where Dire was a 57.2% win rate in 257 games. In last chance qualifiers, it was a 52% win rate and a 52% win rate for Dire. So it was a little bit balanced. We started to figure out some things. Groups, it was a 52.46, about the same, and then 51.95 in the main tournament. Now, what I look at this and we kind of touched is the difference between like this more than ever. I feel like there's such a difference between Radiant heroes and Dire heroes.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna say
I think
that's
people
the
are figuring that
the
out.
answer to that.
Not figuring it out in pubs. Like they're not figuring that out. In
They are
pubs.
not. My pub
But-
members are stupid.
Which, for sake of pubs, you need to figure out that balance and why the fuck is this the case? And a lot of it is just the Dire jungle is so good for farming. They need to spread those out and maybe, or like, here's the opposite: push the Radiant together a little bit, make it okay to farm, but it's so far away. And I've never kind of understood, like, why not just kind of mirror the map both sides? Maybe because Roshan is kind of a fucking annoyance with that.
Okay, but
like,
what if we got rid of them?
Oh,
Like straight up, what if we actually got rid of
fucking
Roche for a
at
patch?
specific times, drop that bitch right in the fucking river
Right in the middle, dude.
and
Right
just
in the
said,
lane.
fucking go.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Like at like 30 minutes.
But you have to like
he-
channel it or some shit.
Yeah.
like there's a summoning
You have to
ritual or
stand
some
there
shit.
and channel for like 10
Ooh.
seconds or 15 seconds, or you need like multiple here. Like what if we got rid of Roche? Because it makes balancing the map so difficult. Like, what if we did something just
If-
crazy like that for a patch and just see how it ran?
Literally
Run it for a
just
DPC
battle
season,
royale
dude.
this shit in a circle in order to fucking channel it, but you gotta stay in it to capture the area or some shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh
Like,
my
that
God.
could be so much fun.
Ugh.
Something so different, dude.
Roshan is always going to be the biggest issue as far as win rates go on Radiant Dire.
Yeah.
Who can access it the easiest? At
What
what points
draft
in the
gets it
game,
first?
What drafts get it first? There's a lot, and that like just Roshan, I think, is the only reason why you cannot just straight up mirror the map, same on both sides, to get
Mhm.
like the exact same deal. But I also think that's a fun aspect of Radiant versus Dire, and I think the game is also meant to be.
Yeah, I don't think it'd
Radiant
be as fun
versus
if it was
Dire.
mirrored. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I would agree. Um,
What about getting rid of double high ground in the jungle?
yeah,
Like, what about just like crazy fundamental kind of changes?
my
like-
thing is I like double high ground, and I think that is a cool.
You shouldn't as a
aspect.
pause 4.
And the reason why I like it is it creates really weird opportunities on both sides and makes things
Crits choke
safer.
points.
Yes, and I think for the game itself, that's fun. Vision is really, really important because of that, and I like where vision is really, really necessary. And I wouldn't mind seeing like Night Stalkers come back for that reason. That vision is just like, remember the vision meta, where it was like Zeus's and Coddles and Phoenixes and Night Stalkers and
Yeah.
shit like
Yeah.
that. Like I wouldn't mind one of those metas, which really necessary for that kind of stuff.
I would like to see more choke points made with trees as opposed to cliffs everywhere. I think you could make some fun scenarios where you cut up to the last tree as like a timber saw. You guys plant the ward, somebody walks by, like the tree's cut down, and all of a sudden this guy's just getting ganked. But like now it's just like staircases and cliffs.
I want to see more trees in the mid lane. Speaking of trees, I also don't like Dire side where the small camp used to be. What the fuck is that? That's the laziest removal I've ever seen. Like it actually looks and feels pretty good. -1 tree needs to kind of be gone on the Radiant side, but like the Dire side, it's like there used to be a camp here, and now just throw trees, fixed. But it's like so fucking weird. I don't know. Like it doesn't really like it feels like a lot of the trees around the map have a purpose. Except for that fucking spot. It's just so out of place. Like there needs to be something. Maybe extend the triangle out a little bit more. Or like I don't know, add something else there.
Fix where the creep ways mean is my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Man,
You're talking
it
about
sucks
Radiant?
being Radiant. Yeah,
Mhm.
dude. All the offlaner has to do is not block and then pull to his range creep, and your lane's just fucked. It's awful. It's awful. I hate it.
Well, what else?
As far as map changes go,
No, just general changes. What do you want to
Yeah,
see?
do you want shrines? 5 shrines on the high ground?
God, the
Maybe we
shrine
could do
meta,
10 shrines
the
on the high
shrine
ground.
meta was so dumb. Whoever thought shrines were a good idea was so fucking stupid when they gave healing in bases. Oh my god. If I had to say the biggest change, I mean, I'm stuck on Brood needs a change possibly. I think it's funny that nothing really happened to Brood and then he just got defined differently. I think it's just Naga for me. Naga, I'm tired of watching Twitch streams of high MMR players and every fucking game there's a Naga. I'm just tired of it.
Just play Brew.
It's
Wraith Pact fucking Ags.
It's still a snow.
Yeah.
That Ags is really stupid.
Move the secret shop.
Yeah. When you say stupid,
Move
do you
Move
mean
it?
stupid
You-
good or stupid
You
bad?
mean add or yeah? I want to see side shops come back.
Yeah, I want to see I want the secret shop moved.
That was such. I want secret shop to actually be
why
secret.
is it in the buy angle, dude?
I want secret
Why is
shop to
the
be an
secret
actual
shop
secret
in
that's
the buy
only
angle?
open for certain times.
Night times.
You want to see secret shop on the in the main jungle?
Bro, why isn't he just like put him in the Roche pit with Roche?
You know what? Yeah, I want there to be one secret shop. I want there to be accidental fights that kick off because
Oh.
Lion walked up to buy a point booster.
Put him on the other side of where
Other
Roche
side of
is.
Roche. Yeah, that would be fucking cool.
I've said this before. The fix for the whole Roshan side control thing is give Radiant something they control. Gives them something that they control on their side of the jungle that
Well,
is
they
another
control
aspect.
Roshan better.
Well,
than
they control
Dire
Roche.
does.
No, yeah,
Sorry.
you mean Dire.
You
Yeah,
mean
my bad.
Dire?
Give
Yeah,
Dire
yeah.
something that they can control better. Give something that another side of the map, on the other side of the map, that is a point of control that's not just Roshan. Because like we've said, what point is there to play in the lower side? Like when you're getting higher up, not a whole lot of a reason.
And like, I know you didn't like double high grounds, but I want to see more of that. Like maybe some like crazy low grounds. It felt like the
Dude,
last
I'm
map
tread
was
switching
so
enough
flat.
walking upstairs as it is. I don't want to be tread switching more.
You want
walking
the
upstairs.
whole fucking map to be flat. is
No,
what you
I want the jungles to be lower. I want them to be
Yeah.
underground, boy.
You want to be under? That sounds
Bro,
like
why
not a
don't we
lot of
have
fun in this
caves
area.
that go
We
from
used
like
to.
the lane? Okay, wait. Why don't we have caves that go from the lane under the jungle to the river?
Better yet, why isn't there a fucking way to walk on one side of the map that takes you to the other, like on the Pac-Man
Why
map?
isn't
Answer
Dota
that,
dark and
Valve.
darker?
Why is Dota not dark and darker? I think that's the real. Why am I not in the dungeon?
Make the game a first-person dungeon crawler, and then I will be happy.
Okay, but no. What if there was a tunnel you could take under the jungle that took you to the river? Boom! Secret sneaky tunnel. Wham!
Why is it that
Like
secret sneaky
Dickhead
tunnel doesn't
Ricky's
open up,
just
and when I walk
crawling.
through it, the Skyrim opening starts, and they say, you're finally awake. Why aren't these things, Valve?
Why is that not an option for the intro?
Fix your game.
Why is you're finally awake not an option for the intro?
See, now I do need that. I need that with, like, axe in the back and handcuffs, just going, oh, you're finally awake.
Dude, we need a voice announcer pack of that guy. Yes. Get into the game. Ah, you're finally awake.
Oh, my God. Oh, that'd be great.
So do you guys have
Dire
anything
is
else
burning
regarding
their
the patch at
homes
all?
and slaughtering their people. Oh, I want that now. Shit.
Good lord.
what
Okay, so
you
new
said.
announcer pack added. But
Yeah.
anything else that you guys want to see?
Yes.
I will, on a very serious
Hang
note.
gliders and closing
Good
circles.
lord.
Yes.
We are shutting down this episode of
Hold on.
Doses
On a serious
Insanity.
note, I'm
I
serious.
am
They need a
GR3.
new beast
Fuck
besides
you, Ben.
fucking Roshan. Need it bad.
No, he's too in depth in the lore.
The
What, are you gonna
lore!
put Greevils?
The
What are you gonna
lore!
do? Why don't we just throw Greevils on the other side so the
Oh, this
Dire
is-
can chase Greevils around?
This sounds like a session of Parliament at this point. I'm done with this.
And
All
see you guys next time on A Doses Insanity. I am GR3, joined by a bunch of animals. See you next time.
right. Laters.
Remember, strippers aren't hookers.